Namaste, good afternoon, it's Clare Sharp from Spiritual Pampering here in Sept, West Australia. Blessings to you. Well, I'm not in Sept, West Australia at the moment. I'm sitting at the Hyatt in Sanur and in Bali. And I wanted to talk to you about the violet flame because here at the Hyatt it's beginning of September and it's really, really busy, which I wasn't expecting. And it's got lots of young families with children. And I didn't realise I had a problem with young children, screaming and everything. But anyway, so, and there's strollers everywhere, and it's just like, and I've got this sort of bee in my bonnet about how busy it is. So then I had thought to myself, I need to release this using the violet flame. And so, because it's not their problem, it's mine. So I have to look at the issue that's causing me distress. It's nothing to do with them. They're having a lovely time. They're on holiday, and of course, live and let be, and they are allowed to do that whatever they're doing. So I really had to address this. So this morning I was in the pool for 20 to 8, and I started releasing all lifetimes using the violet flame and the prayer that from Talas, Australia, the prayer that Andos created. And the prayer goes like this: I call upon my beloved I Am Presence to please take from me every thought, word, deed, action of the core cause effect, record and memory of all emotional attachments. It goes on like that. I don't always use that bit, so but whatever I said, it's always correct because they're your words. And then you sort of say what it is. So there's layers to this. You're an onion, so there's layers to this. So I'm annoyed about the children crying, strollers everywhere, because that's what I felt. But is that my truth? Of course that's not true, because otherwise it would look like a parking lot for strollers. So I was started to release my annoyance, my resentment, my bitterness, and then I realised after I'm starting to release it that actually my mother used to hate people, children crying and all of that. So is it actually my issue, or is it hers that I've just been programmed to take on? So then I cleared all the ancestral lineage going back to the beginning of time, with all lifetimes where I've been annoyed with children crying, children screaming and all of that. But then there's another layer to it. What if there's that people have children and I see the stroller? What if it's a lifetime where I haven't been able to have children? So that then would bring up resentment and bitterness and anguish and grief and blame and whatever that is. And so you have to peel all the lifetimes. So again, I was looking at that. And so as you're doing the work, so as you're calling in your beloved I Am Presence, please take from me all this, and you're thinking about it. And then when you feel like you've wrapped it all up in a parcel, you call in the violet flame of Saint Germain to transmute these energies into forgiveness, of compassion and understanding, with grace. Or you can say with whatever you want, but grace and ease, whatever you want to say. I always say with understanding and acceptance. I understand I need to release it, and I come into acceptance of all that is. And then I draw in the violet flame through my crown chakra and let it percolate around the brain. All these thoughts you've been having, and it's all negative, isn't it? So you're bringing it down through the crown chakra, through your third eye, now into your throat chakra, And as I do this, each chakra, I find that I get even more words, because this is, again, the layers to the onion. So we're releasing. And as I went down, and of course, all your chakras have a story to tell. And I was getting more and more words and releasing them. And then I realised that what about all lifetimes where I've been forced to have abortions, or I've not been allowed to? My husband at the time didn't allow me to have children. There's all that, and then that brought up a lot of jealousy and resentment, and I'm like, this is lifetimes of stuff. This isn't this lifetime. I'm not jealous of anybody having children this time. I've got one and I'm happy with one child, but it's just the lifetimes, and this is what we carry, and it's the karma of that as well. So releasing all of that, just keep flooding myself with the violet flame, and then coming into acceptance of it, and really forgiving myself. So I use the Ho'oponopono, which is an ancient Hawaiian prayer. And the Ho'oponopono goes like this. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive myself. I usually put my hand on my heart when I do it, but obviously I was swimming this morning, so I can't do that. But I usually do a couple of laps of that. And then when I've done my Ho'oponopono, you know, you really need to come into gratitude. And once I've flooded myself with the violet flame, and I feel that all the chakras have been released and all the words from all the chakras have been released, I then bring out the violet flame from my feet and I just cover myself in a bubble of violet flame, so it's within you and around you. And I just run for a couple of laps, coming into acceptance. And then you sort of have a bit of a chuckle to yourself, like, I shouldn't be having a problem with people with strollers, I just shouldn't. But what, you know, the layers to that, the past lives, it's just incredible how a past life can influence you now. So if you've got a bit of an anger situation with somebody, you know, doesn't matter what it is, you know, any situation, you just use the violet flame to release it. Call upon violet flame of Saint Germain to transmute these energies into the compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others with understanding and acceptance. And when you come into the acceptance of it, you won't hear the children crying. I haven't heard a child crying since this morning. But before it was evident that it was everywhere. It's as silent as. I haven't seen a stroller since I saw about 5 or 10 this morning at breakfast. And, you know, the club room here is usually quiet. And in fact, in all the times I've been here, I think I've only ever seen one child. Well, there was 12 children in the club the other evening. So there are a lot of children here, but they should be able to not affect you. So if it's affecting me, it's my problem and I have to deal with it. So call in, whatever it is, the situation, call in the violet flame of transmutation and change, flood yourself with the violet flame, and then honestly, once you've done the work, give you gratitude, and the gratitude that I gave this morning, so the next line of this, once you've done the flame, when you've brought it through your chakras, the next line is, the wisdom I have gained from this situation is, and there's a few you can choose. That was then, this is now. I choose to release these energies because I desire to be loved in all situations. That's another one. There's another one saying, I trust my journey fully or something. But I went with this one. No one can hurt me, only I can hurt myself. And then I finished with, that was then, and this is now. And then the closing of the prayer is, I am in gratitude from the depth of my being for this healing. And then I just had a couple of laps of gratitude where I sat in gratitude and for the realisation of it's nothing to do with anybody else. This was my stuff, my situation to be healed. And now I can laugh about it. I only wish it's Sunday. I only wish I'd cottoned onto this on the Wednesday, and then I could have not been as frustrated. See, there's all the levels of it. And you can, I was swimming, but if you're sitting here and you're thinking to myself, I get so frustrated with, let's say, drivers or whatever it is, write a list down of what it is that you're frustrated about and what causes you to have that feeling. So the anger, the frustration, the despair, I don't know what you could have, but you know, whatever you're feeling, get the layers of it and peel it and peel it and peel it. It took me 40 minutes and I was done, and that's all with my gratitude and everything, and it's cleared, and now I can laugh about it, and now I can share it with you, because how silly really was that, you know? But it's deep stuff, and it goes back to the beginning of time. I mean, so your issues, your mother's issues, her mother could have had the same issue, her mother could have had the same issue, going back to Victorian times where children should be seen and not heard. You see, it's all a pattern that we need to break. Children should be able to, they're on holiday, they should be able to scream and shout and with glee and have fun. So I just wanted to share that with you. So, violet flame works many miracles. It is known as the miracle worker. I use it every day. I am forever grateful to the violet flame of Saint Germain, and counterpart of Saint Germain is Lady Portia, and Lady Portia is all about justice, and you can work with Lady Portia, so bring her in too. So it was wonderful to talk to you and see you, and so from me, Clare Sharp, in Bali, signing off. Love and blessings as always. Take good care. Namaste everybody. Bye bye now.